Hello everyone, X-Walk Hill Bethelite here. And Trevor Noah was on the Breakfast Club. I was just watching it on YouTube. And Charlemagne, I think his name is Charlemagne the God, used to be a Jehovah's Witness. Or maybe he still is, I don't know. And Charlemagne and Trevor Noah get into a little bit of a discussion. And this discussion goes just like a discussion with a Jehovah's Witness would go. That's why I said I don't know if Charlemagne still is a JW or not, because his logic was the exact same as Jehovah's Witness logic. They started talking about the Trinity. And whether you believe in the Trinity or not, you have to understand the reason an intelligent person doesn't believe in the Trinity and the reason a Jehovah's Witness doesn't believe in the Trinity are two different reasons. So Charlemagne goes into the reason, one of the points he brings up is, well, you know the group Destiny's Child? That was a singing group with Beyonce and two other people. Well, you know that group, Destiny's Child? There were three of them, and they were separate people. And Trevor Noah, I believe, just immediately starts laughing. Because with a lot of people, they can't help but have their common sense kick in. That Charlemagne just compared God, an entirely separate being. This being, according to scripture, created humans. And he just compared God to a singing group. What Charlemagne said is exactly what a Jehovah's Witness would say on the platform. You know, these people believe the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost are one. Three separate persons, but one being. Well, the reason why that doesn't make sense is because you see this singing group here, Destiny's Child, those are three different people and they're not one. That's not God. Like, they're comparing things to things that have nothing to do with one another. And then Trevor Noah just immediately starts laughing. It wasn't like he thought about it for a little bit and then starts laughing. He just immediately starts laughing because it was ridiculous. They also talked about something else. So Charlemagne was talking about the number of people going to heaven. 144,000. I think he mentions 144,000 people going to heaven. Of course, that's a Jehovah's Witness teaching. Again, Trevor Noah, it wasn't like he thought about it for a while. He immediately realized, well, heaven would have been full by now. Aren't you guys still drinking wine and eating the bread and whatnot to this day? How long has Watchtower been around? And even Charlemagne said it's been around a long time. Well, wouldn't heaven be full by now? You know, it's immediate logic. Immediate. The Jehovah's Witness doctrine don't even take 2 seconds to think about. And that's one of the things I think is going to be a problem if Watchtower ever decides to try to become like televangelists, TV evangelicals or whatever. Because you're still they only have a certain pool of people to operate amongst. They have people who were kind of born in, and since they were taught this since they were kids, they don't know to think about it critically. And then they have people who are just not all that smart. And then they have people who are just emotionally going through something at the time. You know how a guy will walk up to a girl at a bar and she's going through something and she ends up leaving the bar with the guy she would have never left with, had her plane not crashed, had her boyfriend not dumped her and cheated on her with 50 other women, and had all of her children not been kidnapped all in the same. If it wasn't for all these traumatic events, this woman would have never left with this guy at the bar. It's the same concept with some of these people that join Jehovah's Witnesses. If they didn't knock on the door right when they were going through the worst time period in their life, then they wouldn't have listened to some of those ridiculous teachings. It's just amazing how, to a person that was raised in Jehovah's Witnesses, don't sound dumb. Because I doubt Charlemagne would have tried to sound dumb over the radio. Everybody can hear this. So when he's talking about the Trinity, and, well, we can compare it to Destiny's Child, he don't know that that's stupid. He don't know that. And that's the problem with a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, is you don't have people who don't know anything about calculus out on a street corner by a cart talking about calculus. You don't have people that don't know anything about astrophysics. Generally, you don't out talking all day about astrophysics. We could go on and on and on down the line. Because if you did have people who don't know nothing about astrophysics or atoms and things like that out talking about those things, they would say the same things that Charlemagne said. They would use Jehovah Witness reasonings. Well, I don't know anything about astrophysics, so I'm going to compare these atoms to these 3 marbles. Atoms are just like marbles. To someone that don't know nothing about what the heck they're talking about, that might make a whole lot of sense. These red marbles are red, I don't know, blood cells. These white marbles are white blood cells. They're just alike. To someone that don't know about the human body, they may think that that makes sense. So it's the same thing with Jehovah's Witnesses. It's a bunch of people that don't know nothing about theology getting together on street corners and walking around the neighborhood talking about theology. They're going to say things and compare things that have nothing to do with each other and that make no sense. And a lot of my videos, I say that Jehovah's Witnesses are stupid. And that can be a blanket statement. So let me, the light gets brighter, so to speak. Let me brighten the light on that, so to speak. Theologically stupid. Charlemagne has got a career in radio. He hadn't done bad in radio. But then when he opened his mouth and started talking about theology, whether he believed it or not, I don't know if he really believed that you compare God to Destiny's Child, but he sounds stupid. If I were to sit down and just up and start talking about quantum physics. I've never been to school for quantum physics, but if I think this is just something you can just pick up and learn, I would sound stupid, just like Jehovah's Witnesses. People out in the streets thinking that they can just be theologians because they want to be. They're going to say things and their theology just is just dumb. So yeah, a person can have some intelligence. A person can be capable of building an airplane. This is the truth. A person can be capable of building an airplane, designing an airplane, but they can barely dress themselves in the morning. They'll have an orange shirt and green pants on. I mean, you have people that are really intelligent in some areas of life and really stupid in other areas of life. You have people who could recite from memory historical events and be accurate. Those same people socially go up and talk to a woman and say the dumbest things possible. They're socially stupid. Like, there's people who are really intelligent in certain areas of life, but really stupid in others. I think to a certain extent, a lot of us are that way. We specialize in some things, and we really, really don't specialize in others, to the point where we're almost retarded sounding to the people who do specialize in that thing. Well, the thing is the person that could design an airplane but wears orange shirts and green pants because he's got no fashion sense at all, isn't going to start his own modeling agency. The person who could recite historical events and is super smart when it comes to history, but when he talks to women, say the dumbest things ever, he's not going to start becoming a dating coach. This is essentially what you have with Jehovah's Witnesses. A bunch of people who may be able to do other things in life, but when it comes to theology, they're really dumb. They started a religion. People who are religiously stupid started a religion and then predicted the end of the world a whole bunch of times and everything. I mean, there's just so much to point to that's stupid about the religion. You can't tell me, you can point to me people in the religion who might be intelligent in other areas of life. But when it comes to theology, you can't point to me too many people who are Jehovah's Witnesses that have any kind of sense at all. As far as sense, they don't have two pennies to rub together. So it's just interesting when you have someone with common sense. Most people would say Trevor Noah's got common sense. And you sit him next to somebody that was raised Jehovah's Witness, and everything that comes out the Jehovah's Witness mouth makes the person with common sense laugh on radio. On air, he's laughing, and I don't think Charlemagne is trying to be funny. I could be wrong with that, but I don't think he's trying to be funny. But that's the whole problem with the concept of Jehovah's Witnesses becoming a TV evangelist thing and being broadcast to a bunch of people. Because Jehovah's Witnesses, they be tuning in to get education, and everybody else be tuning in to laugh. It's so stupid what these people believe. And another point that Trevor Noah made was when Charlemagne first said he was raised Jehovah's Witness. When Charlemagne first said he was raised Jehovah's Witness, Trevor Noah said, "Oh man, you had it bad." Like, he legit looked like he felt sorry for him. He's like, "You had it bad growing up." In my church, he just listed off all the fun things, all the good times he had, all the activities they had. And he's like, "Man, you guys couldn't do anything. You couldn't even play basketball on your basketball team in high school. You couldn't do anything." And that's the truth. And I think to a certain extent, that's why a lot of people that come out of that religion are fed up with religion, period. They're burnt out on it. Their memories of religion are horrible, even if they don't realize it's horrible in comparison to everybody, other people's background and memories of religion. Jehovah's Witnesses' memory of religion is depressing, while a lot of them are depressed and deal with depression. So I don't know if you guys get a chance to watch the Breakfast Club interview, the most recent one with Trevor Noah and Charlemagne, talking about Jehovah's Witness stuff, and Trevor Noah just busting out laughing. And Trevor Noah was nice enough not to just eat him alive on air. He would just change the subject. He's like, "Okay, that's stupid. I could go a number of different angles and dissect the mess out of this, but let's just laugh and let the guy be stupid." Like, Trevor Noah is I like Trevor Noah. So let me know what you guys think. 937-789-4029. We'll discuss it. X-Qual Kill Bethelite signing out.